And here we are. We are live. I was watching those guys' reactions to the new intro. We got a new intro, guys. Welcome. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's time to stream worldwide, go spanning the globe. So, get my script here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce my hosts one at a time. If I can figure out how to split the screen here. I don't want to screw this up. The toast of the coast. Toast of the East Coast, from the great sunshine state of Florida, Mr. Richard Ward, aka
Good
the
evening,
Warden,
everybody.
and from the swamplands of Louisiana,
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Raging Cajun, Lane Crooks, and for parts unknown, our resident referee, Mr. Jim Lawrence III. What'd you guys think of that
Everybody.
intro?
I love
That was awesome, man. How did you get the artwork done? That was really cool.
The art was
Richard.
awesome.
Richard's the only one that knew about this.
Man, oh,
This
that's
guy.
awesome, Richard. I loved it, man.
That was really cool.
I've been toying with the idea of doing a new intro. I want to do something similar to that. But last week, actually 2 weeks ago and last week, I got a notification from Facebook. There's a copyright attached to portions of the video. I thought it was the intro, so I made this new intro. It gave me a good excuse to do this. But it turns out it's the countdown timer. So you may be seeing a new countdown timer in the near future. Richard was trying to help me work with that. But yeah, there's 72 countries that the audio on the countdown timer was muted. So, and stay tuned at the end of the show. We're going to put end credits on the back side of the show. So you don't see that in any other podcast.
So, what do you think of that picture of you, James?
I think it's awesome. That's taken from a match where evidently somebody was giving me the business, and I was trying to give it right back to him. It looked like.
Yeah,
We figured it would fit perfectly with like you looking at your name and the logo.
Drew,
Yeah, it was cool,
Well,
man.
Drew.
Like I said, I popped for it big time. Hey, what's up, Drew?
and it's Drew's birthday today. Happy birthday, Drew!
Happy birthday, Drew!
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I do have the original of each one of them, so I'll PM you guys those pictures, and you can print them out or whatever.
Oh,
That's cool, man.
Oh! Wait for it! Wait for it!
Sure.
Andy was not able to join us tonight. He's got some family deals he's dealing with tonight, so hopefully he'll be able to join us this week. But he would appreciate your prayers. He is fine, but anyway, I've been working on that for Nor too.
Hey, Nor. Hey, Drew.
AD Terry, hey, he's watching live tonight.
What's up,
Hey,
boys?
AD, what's up,
Alright.
man? I just started following him on TikTok.
I finally got TikTok. I broke down, and got it.
Yay!
You guys
We
keep wondering what I'm doing here. I'm trying to read all the comments. Normally I'm on my computer, but my computer kind of pooped out. My charger cord bit it, and I can't charge my computer right now. So I'm on
Welcome,
my
Facebook
phone.
user.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on Facebook, you need to click on the StreamYard link to allow your name to show up on the screen, or you can also go to YouTube to the Wide World of Belch channel. Whoops! Oh, it didn't pop up the way I thought it would. And go to the Wide World of Belch channel and watch us on that. And you don't have to click on a thing. You can comment to your heart's content.
What
Uh,
what belt is that there?
You don't
Lane?
know.
Oh, Lane's
I
got
can't see it.
he's
Yeah,
got a
Lane,
rare,
show him your belt.
one
Show
of
him
the
your belt.
rare gems in his
oh Jim,
Yeah.
possession
okay.
there.
That is not what I. Could you please close it in just a little bit,
Yeah,
please?
push it in a little bit, or put it closer to the camera. Yeah, it's a little faded.
Is that the cattleman's belt?
It is.
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
Where did you get that, man?
I got that. I was about 15, so back 86.
Out of the
Oh
magazine.
wow, dude, that's like that's a unicorn, right? That's very
Yes.
rare.
Yeah.
I had all the magazines. I found it one day, and I said, I don't care if I said I want to save all pennies and stuff. Well, Mark knows the story. Well,
Yeah, his mother told me the story.
we collected it, all these pennies, quarter, everything I could get. And Mom sent it to him, but she sent them a letter to tell me about me, and my being in wheelchair, being in pain and everything. And they sent me the belt, and they
There
sent
it
her
is.
back the money.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I've had it since, like I said, about back
His
then,
mother
this
told
is
me
the
the story.
closest we were ever going to get
Let,
to it.
let me say this. I wanted that belt so bad when I was a
We
kid.
all did.
Like,
Oh yeah,
I mean, you have like no idea. Like the little kid in me is
I still
jealous.
want it.
Is
Shoot.
so jealous. The same, right? The same. You know, I still want it. I'm almost 50
See, you're
years
a little
old.
bit younger than me, so you know I know exactly how you felt. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
this was like,
That was like hitting the lottery if you got a hold
yeah,
of that one.
you
You know,
better
I
believe
mean,
it.
I
because that
thought
was the
getting
first
that $19
belt that any
plastic
kid could
belt
get their
from
hands on.
Walmart was big when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
You remember the muscle figures?
Yes,
Yeah.
All right, the MUSCLE, millions of unusual creatures lurking everywhere. Muscle. I had the muscle belt, and I took those plastic belts and I collared in champion with white out, and then I took magic marker and collared over the white so it would show up in whatever magic marker collar I
right.
wrote on.
Nice.
And I had like four of them. I had a world, I had a US, I had a set of tags. And the world had black ink went over champions. The US had red ink over champions, and the tags had blue ink over the word champion. And that's how we were able to serve. But that thing there that you have, that was the only real
Oh
belt
yeah, at that time.
we
Oh
as
yeah, that was the
fans
closest.
could ever get our hands on.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
before you got on, Jimmy, we were talking, and Richard said there's an updated version of this belt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I don't know where it's at. Richard might know, but I know there's a guy by the name of Stephen Fay who's had 4 or 5 made, and he's selling them. They're a little bit different on the leather cut, and the side plates are a little bit off size, but they're look just like the original belt as far as the artwork. So
Right.
For the
At
novelty, it's worth it.
exactly, yeah.
I was gonna say at that point, it really wouldn't matter, as long as he's not asking $400 for it,
Yeah.
I
I
think it
might
was
do.
125.
At
Big Ben,
the
hello
time,
Ben.
Ben, what's up, buddy?
hey Jimmy, at the time, this was 75.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
remember being a kid thinking that was like just way out of my reach.
Oh,
I don't remember those.
Yeah, I remember the. I think I remember them pretty much. Those were about the time when I was
No.
making the belts out of tin foil and cardboard.
I'm going to go on to the belt of the week. This is another repeat because I've pretty much gone through my whole collection until I get these new ones releathered. This is an NWA tag. Mayan Madasser made this one. I got this one in a giveaway, and I releathered it in blue leather. So this is the blue NWA tag. And the leather got a little scuffed up before that video was shot. So we also have another birthday today. We mentioned Drew Aldrich Boyer has his birthday today, but also Matthew Mirabito, if he's watching. Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday, Matthew.
happy birthday.
Also, there's a famous birthday. Billy Kay of the Iconics is 33 today. Isn't she lovely?
Iconic.
Yeah, iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, they dumbed her down on TV though.
Did they?
Yeah.
She's a beaut. So,
Oh yeah.
speaking of belts, I got one of my own to show here, and I've got this one for sale. It'll be on the in the belt sales post tomorrow. This is let me go full screen here. This is the 70s version of the Texas Heavyweight Championship in world class. It's cast It is heavy. Got some weight to it. It's got 6
Yeah.
side plates. You got the cow,
Oh, it sure
Ooh.
does.
got the cow, and then over here, you got the Bronc Rider on the side, and of course you got the
Sweet.
stars on the next to the main plate. So, but I'm asking 300 ship for this one. If you're interested, hit me up after the show. It's made by Mateen Ahmed, ELT belts. Beautiful belt, very very heavy for its size. It's very beefy, very nice belt. So,
His leather, right?
it's his leather. Yes, I didn't read leather down. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I think a lot of guys did that with the weightlifting belts.
Oh yeah. Yep. I remember that too.
And we were talking before the show about the belts we got coming in, and I'll start real quick because I just got one coming in. I've got a NWA cast tag coming in, so hopefully it'll be here next week before next week's show because I'll be gone the following week. Richard, you got a couple belts coming in.
I actually have the Stampede belt and the CWA championship coming from. Sorry if I butcher his name. Is Jagger Jang or
Jagu
Jang?
John.
Jagu John. There we go.
I
And,
hear
from-
nothing but good things about his work.
From what I've seen, I know I'm gonna want more.
Who's making yours, Mark?
I don't know. I'm buying it off somebody. So
He closes his
okay,
eyes
okay.
and he just picks.
yeah. I don't know who it was made by.
I'll
I'll find out. I'll try to find out.
I've got one coming in. Technically, it's not mine, but it's kind of my baby in a sense. One of the promotions that I work for is in desperate need of new belts, and I happen to love the promotion, and I set it up where I got them a heavyweight championship made. I took the old school Mid Atlantic '86. The one that's kind of got the, I want to say it's got the U.S. Eagle on the front of it. I can send you a picture, but let me see if I can pull this up without. Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Can you still see me now?
No.
Nope.
No. I'll be
No.
right back.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take this moment
All
because
right.
I skipped over the sponsored portion. This show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship at Relathering, which is yours truly. So if you have any relathering needs, hit me up. And also by Unique Spirit Championship belts. They do a wonderful job. They're quick. They're affordable. Very good to work with. They made this belt right here,
Definitely.
which is my custom.
And that is amazing.
I love this belt.
I know. Yeah.
My wife
Can you
sleeps
see
with a
me
cat.
now?
I sleep with a belt. So
I can just imagine the robe you wear. The
yeah.
marvelous
Let me
one.
say this: one can attack and bite you in the night.
Yeah. He's going for the title.
I'm just saying. I've had a girlfriend who had a cat once, and that little sucker would attack me in the middle of the
Oh.
night and bite my feet all the time. Yeah, he
Oh,
was a cool cat though. He was, he's a cat. They do cat.
Cool
things.
cat.
He's a cool cat, Daddy-O.
Yeah. Also, the YouTube portion
All
of this podcast is made possible by a partnership with Brothers of Kayfabe podcast. on
Thank
Apple
you, guys.
Podcasts, and at the Linktree link there. And they get a mention in the end credits. We're going to have end credits at the end of the show, so I want you guys to stay tuned for this. We're going to thank a few people, and I'm just experimenting. I'm trying to do something different, try to be innovative here.
Oh wow.
We're not going to stop
All
there.
right, there. I sent pictures into
Did you?
into our group chat and
Okay. There they are.
kind of describe what I got going on here.
Oh,
you
that
kinda
did.
merged, you merged them
Yeah.
all. Okay.
Okay. I
Yeah,
see 'em. Let me.
yes.
I'm downloading them right
I
now.
took certain aspects of.
Let me upload these to the StreamYard, and you can explain these as I show them off.
Cool.
If you ever want to download
Okay, now,
a belt, go on WWE 2K and you can design your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad at 2K22 right now because I can't play anything on it for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it froze up on me since they updated the new thing. My universe keeps resetting, and it's
Did you
saying
do
I've
the
got corrupt
digital or you
files.
got the regular game?
I've got the hard copy. I've got a disc.
I
All
Oh,
like
right,
that
okay.
better than
now
the other version.
now see, this is for a design. I love that plate design. I love everything about it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I made changes to it. Obviously, at the top, it's not going to say NWA because the promotion is Appalachian Championship Wrestling, so it'll be ACW. And in that top banner, it's going to say Appalachian. Um, and everything else is pretty much going to be the same. Obviously, down at the bottom where I had it blotched out, I'm going to have that. See that little area right there? Then the second picture as you just popped up. That is actually going to be where that blotch was, because inside the blotch was an outline of the states of West Virginia all the way down to Florida that made up the old Mid Atlantic region.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add that, and these are the side plates that I wanted to add because obviously I don't want the state flags of states that don't represent or that our promotion doesn't work in.
Oh,
So
okay. Makes
I
sense.
went with kind of I don't want to say a generic style side plate, but these were
Neutral.
actually
Neutral.
yeah, a neutral. These were the side plates that actually were on the Pacific Northwest, and I
Oh,
really
okay.
liked those designs. And I just thought, you know what, why not? Because all the new stuff that's being made now, like especially for independents, are cool designs, but there's nothing really. Without saying anything negative about anybody's personal company's belt, I kind of like an old school feel. Um,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
I kind of went with that plate design and everything for ACW because I saw a lot of what they call as independent belt designs that were drawn up, that I could look at and go, oh, that's cool. What about this? Just as far as
Yeah.
the plate design itself. And I, for, I don't know why, but my eye kept going back to that Mid Atlantic plate design, and I really dig that for some reason. It's like, and honestly, which you saw in the message group for another podcast that I'm occasionally on, BAM. Um, they but
Every time I hear
I haven't been on,
that,
I haven't been on it for a few weeks. But that's cool. Um, they have things and stuff that they do, and a lot of times I can't be a part of it because of work and stuff like that. So actually, it kind of right now me not being on BAM is kind of a blessing because obviously I've missed a few weeks of being on here too because of wrestling and commitments and stuff.
You were missed.
So
You were missed.
oh
I appreciate that, guys. But
Definitely.
yeah, that plate design, man. Whenever I got tired of because ACW has people. I mean, Shane Douglas is our former heavyweight champion. We have real guys coming in and working for us, and I wanted our belt to reflect the quality of talent that comes in and works for ACW, and the belts that they have are just horrendous. I hate them. Like it's to me, and I love my the promoter of ACW, but he talks about how we're real, and I'm like, yeah, but your belts look like crap. And if you're going to be real and you want the public to think that you're real, you got to look like, even if you're
yeah,
not, you got to
you got to
present
make a statement.
image is everything, and the belts that you have look like crap. And I hope to change that with this one, and hopefully because of because I kind of took the initiative with it. Um, I went through and was just like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this order in, and I'm going to do all this. And at the end of the day, one of two things will happen: they'll either love it or they'll hate it. I'm going to bank on the former opposed to the latter, just simply because the fact that the belts that they have are garbage. And once again, I love everybody that works for ACW. And if you're watching this, please, you guys know I with my whole heart, those belts are crap. Okay. Now that being said, I'm taking steps to make that change, and hopefully they like it. And if they do, then I'm going to design the tag belt for that.
Do you have a maker in
Yeah,
mind for that belt?
Oh yeah, Bud Pack. I'm going to stick with
Oh,
Bud
Bud Pack.
Pack. NWO Bud Pack is, as far as I'm concerned, has some of the best quality. At the same time, for the price that you're paying, I can't say enough about they made the top dome globe. They made the one that you can barely see right here over my shoulder. They made that one as well, and every belt that I've ever seen them make, even when they've made other people's belts, the Luger US, the 10 pounds of silver, their Winged Eagle, all of them are just incredible looking belts.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm the leather quality is pretty good as far as it being floppy and stuff. Of course, you can get better leather done, but at the same time, I'm not really concerned about that. I just want the plates to look good.
Yeah, I know a guy though.
I was gonna say I know a guy who, if the leather is not up to snuff or whatever, then they can change it. But one of two things will happen: either they'll like it
Poke me.
and they'll accept it, or B, I have a nice custom belt that'll end up on my shelf. Either way, something cool is going to happen with it. So
Right.
Yeah, I'm really
hopefully
psyched to
they'll
get
send
those
me some
belts.
artwork here before too much longer, and I can approve everything and get it going.
Yeah.
I've already got everything.
And that brings to mind something that's been brought up in the groups, and I wasn't planning on talking about it, but just crossed my mind just right before the show started. Ben Walker and Dustin King have both gone public with the fact that they've had some deliveries that Customs got a hold of, and in the process of cutting the box open, they cut the belts.
Oh,
And one belt that Dustin got, they cut clear through the strap, not just the back, and they cut clear through to the metal.
didn't somebody get one with it didn't even have the backing on it? Was removed altogether?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that one, but
Oh no, I haven't heard about that.
Oh man.
But if you're a maker, you're watching this show. I think what's going on is well, they do, but I think when this happens mostly with when they package up more than one belt at a time.
It's a bulk shipment.
Yeah, I had something similar happen, except it was a little bit different. I received a set of plates from Dream Championship belts for a world-class six-man tag belt. And I normally inspect all the plates when I get them in. There's a point of contention with this, but I opened the main plate and it had a few scratches on it. And I thought, well, no big deal, I can live with that. And I put it back in the box. I haven't re-leathered it yet, so I got it out the other day to re-leather it, and I noticed that the side plates were scratched really, really bad. And yeah, bulk shipments, yeah. So I contacted a guy that handles it's not his middleman, but a friend of mine who's kind of his go-between. I said, hey, these plates are scratched. And so he contacted Tanvir, and I guess Tanvir is going to make me a new set. But it was no fault of his own, really no fault of my own. But just be sure that when you package these belts, especially when we're sending several at a time in one box, wrap them really extra good, because Customs gets a hold of them. They don't care. They don't care. They want to make all they're looking for is drugs, contraband, and they'll take a knife and just slice the heck out of it.
Never mind, they could have a dog sniff it, right?
Yeah, but no, they'll take a big old box with their knife and just.
They can have a dog sniff it for bombs. They can have a dog sniff it for drugs. They can have a dog sniff it for just about anything that's traceable.
Yeah, and they can X-ray. They can also X-ray.
Yeah, Ben says take pictures, even videos, before they wrap it up and ship it.
Yeah, and if you're a recipient of these belts, you might want to video yourself opening them up so you can verify that they were already damaged before you got them. I wish I'd done that, but I've never had an issue before. This is the first issue I've had. I don't think the maker was very happy with me because I waited so long to open them, but I never had a problem before. So, yeah, that's something to watch out for.
Also, I would, some of the makers too, at least let the plates cure a little bit before you wrap them too.
Yeah,
Yes,
especially
please.
for the paint.
And the bubble wrap makes
Yeah.
the marks on the plates and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know people are in a hurry to get their belts, but you can wait a couple of extra days to get the paint time to cure. So
Perfection
Oh yeah,
takes
I'm
time.
yeah.
look. That's one thing I can say about Bud Pack. They have never ever delivered anything to me personally that has come in damaged. Knock on
Yeah.
wood. Uh, anything where the paint or anything was off. Knock on wood. Uh, so I'll continue to deal with
There you go.
uh, continue to deal with them until otherwise. And I'm not trying to put any other makers down. That's not what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
we all have people that we prefer to deal with.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Cover 'em with tissue and then put the bubble wrap on. But still
Yeah.
give the paint time to cure.
Yes, get paint time to cure. And believe me, if it comes down to like paying for extra packaging, I believe all of us who actually buy belts wouldn't mind spending an extra $5 or $10 to make sure that you pack it, you
Yeah.
know, with extra stuff in it. Like we have no problem spending that extra $5 to $10. Just put that out
Especially
there.
especially if it's just plates too.
Yeah. Speaking of plates and belts and shipping, I know of a guy who ordered some belts from Dream Champ Ship Belts. I think he ordered like 2 or 3 belts, and he paid. I didn't know you could do this. That was an option. He paid extra for expedited shipping. They shipped out on Friday. He got his belts on Monday
Wow.
from Pakistan.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened,
Whoa.
but
I
I
wonder
got him
how
over the
much it
weekend.
costs to pay for that expedited
I don't
shipping.
know, but I'm gonna check into
Is
it.
it worth 100 and 200 extra bucks?
Well, I'm
I
going to
don't
be
know.
honest with you. This is the first time I've ordered two titles together. So this is the most I've ordered
I've
from
never
a
bought
maker.
two together. I've only bought one at a time because I can't afford it.
But I can't help but wonder if the expedited shipping bypasses customs.
That's the extra 20.
Yeah.
No, I figure what it is though is because it's expedited that they're like, okay, and this is one of those things where I'm sure you're paying for it. The government probably like, yeah, they're paying for it. Better put the money in, you know.
Extra dog biscuits.
Oh, right on the box, all over it. Drugs inside, drugs inside, and they'll just bypass it. Like, this has got to be a joke.
That's too much. Uh,
I would do that with my customers if it were a fact that I didn't want them
Ben,
cutting open the box.
Ben says they should use the tissue paper also to help
Yeah,
with the bubble issue. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I
So,
love this
how would you
bill.
guys feel now if you guys did something like I did and you take it to somebody and I know this is not going to happen, but what if they hate it? Like, what if they absolutely hate it? You know, how would that make you feel? I would just be like, oh well, it's gonna go home and sit on my shelf now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I think they're going to
You
like
know,
it, to be honest with you.
I think they will too. Plus, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but you know how many knockoff big eagles, knockoff big golds, knockoff winged eagles people use for independent championships.
But you know what?
Oh yeah.
Not to interrupt you. If you notice,
So,
all the newer belts that are coming out now have that old school look to them.
yeah.
and granted, mine's a knockoff too. So but my knockoff looks cool. I'm just saying that because
It's one of those things. What's old is new.
Well, Tony Khan seems to love the North American, Mid South North American.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Well, he likes the shape of it anyway.
Yeah,
Him and his dad.
him and his dad. Yeah. So
I like
I
the
love that
version
picture.
1 better.
the ladies, the Mid South North American.
Yeah, the version 1 North American title.
Sawtooth version.
The
Yeah.
the OG, the real deal.
Yeah,
the one that
exactly.
I have to give credit, man. That women's belt is really, really nice.
It
think
is.
I know.
that's
I
probably
have
their
to admit
best
it
looking
too.
Belt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's nice.
I think that's their best looking belt. The All Atlantic
Oh, I don't get
that
it.
I get it. But I don't know why the Chinese and Japanese flag are on it. But whatever. Okay, it's
Yeah, they're the Pacific Ocean.
I'm actually gonna go
Yeah.
out on a win and say that women's title is gonna be the first AEW women's title that I really want. I don't want the other version.
Man, dude. Once again, I'm old school. I love the current NWA women's belt. To throw back to the OG. You
Yeah.
know
Oh,
what I mean?
definitely.
I really, really dig it. But the AEW women's belt, like I said, is probably AEW's best looking belt. I do have to give
Oh
credit
yeah.
where credit, even though I make fun of it because it's got the Japanese and Chinese flag on it. That All Atlantic belt is very nice looking.
It is.
I mean,
It
I got to
is.
give credit. I give credit where credit's due. Um,
Oh, it's a
I
beautiful
do think they're
belt.
getting a little bit. I do think they're getting a little bit repetitious with the design. Like Lane said, you know, they're
Yeah.
kind of beating it up. But
I'm dying to see what they do with the six
it is a
man.
very nice looking belt. It'll probably look like that one, or it'll be a throwback to the old NWA WCW
Oh, I
six-man
hope
belt,
so.
I think,
I hope so.
which would be cool. That's one thing I got to, you know, I just hope AEW doesn't make all these mid card belts and try to like do it like a territory system. If you're going to do a territory system, then run a real territory system and have a show
Exactly.
basically for those areas and have those guys wrestle in those areas. I'm all for the everything scaling back and scaling down back to a territory scale. I would really enjoy it, especially. Could you imagine if, let's say, WWE just decided, you know, because everything that's going on right now, right? Let's just go out on a limb and let's say that Triple H somehow gets control of everything. It's never going to happen. But let's just, you know, dream. And he gets control of everything. You know, with the situation being what it is, WWE with McMahon and Laurinaitis, and now other people it looks like that were involved in it as well. Um, let's say Triple H gets a hold of it and decides, hey, you know what, WWE is a global phenomenon. Why not bring back a territory system and have like uh, a northeastern and have only guys wrestle that little territory, work that territory for a while, and have a southeastern area and run a southeastern area and have those two champions, and then still have only one United States champion. One, you know what I mean, and break things
Yeah.
up and like it was old. You know, it's a wish. It's never going to happen because there's no point in it because
Have
everything's
each
global
have
now
each
with the internet.
territory have their own champion. You know, it's the leading
Yeah,
Stay
opinion for the World
positive.
Cup.
But with everything, you know, and this is the thing, you know, with the internet and global, you can tune in at any time. You know, I think a territory system would work. I really
Yeah, I
do.
do
I think it
too.
would work. I think if it was done in a way that allowed you, because like if you remember, and I'm once again dating myself, the old 605 show that we used to come on Saturdays. It was
Yeah.
called World Championship Wrestling, but it wasn't WCW. It was NWA.
Oh yeah, you're going
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah,
WCW is the name of the show.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they had people from Mid South come in and defend the Mid South title on TV, or they would
Yes.
have the Southern champion come in. Wahoo McDaniel. I watched Wahoo defend the Southern Championship on TV, and bring these other territory champions in and give them TV time. And I think the same thing could be done again. You know what I mean?
Easily.
And make well. And the thing is you still run WWE like you run WWE, except for instead of going to like every city every week. You know what I mean? Have run it like different territories every week or whatever. You know, this week, you know, we're going to feature the Southern Territory. You know what I mean? Or this week we're going to feature the Northwestern Territory. Well, I don't know. It's just something
Yeah, just
different.
shoot it from different areas of the territories.
Yes, definitely.
And use only certain wrestlers for those areas. And you know, you could actually. I don't know, man. It's wishful thinking, and I'm old, and I'm wishing for days gone by. I guess.
Your age
I
is
wish
showing.
Corgan
I'm
would
the
do
same
it,
way.
but
But
Corgan, yeah.
you know, Corgan's the only thing that's keeping actual, as far as I'm concerned, keeping pro wrestling alive, because everything else is sports entertainment and diet sports entertainment now. And and even then, there's been some real bad whiffs and misses in the NWA years of recently too. But
Yeah.
I'll still take it over everything else that's on TV right now.
Easily.
But once again, I'm an old guy. I like my wrestling old.
I like it too. Yeah, I like it when you can suspend disbelief.
Exactly.
Well, I just like it whenever people, I don't know about you, but if I'm walking around on a job site or at work and somebody jumps me, you go to jail for that, because that's an assault. It doesn't matter whether it happens in a coliseum, in the backstage, whatever. And you see that every week, and it's just like, come on, man, get rid of that thing. Get rid of it. Take it, scale it back, scale it all back, and make it in the ring. Make everything happen in the ring, around the ring. Maybe at the interview podium. Oh wait, we don't have that because guys just go out and talk for 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring back the promo.
I like when they used to do actual live interviews, like when they came out on the ramp and they would talk to them. Like
I
the
like
old
that.
Saturday Night's Main Event or World Class.
The
when they walked out.
NWA still does that. They have an interview podium where they stand behind the podium.
Yeah, I like
He
that.
holds the
I
mic.
really
They
love
don't
it.
snatch the mic away from the guy. He holds the mic. He puts the mic in their face, and he asks a question, and then he asks them, and back and forth, and I don't know. There's little things like that they're so wrapped up in
Showmanship.
being this. Well, they're so wrapped up in being Hollywood and making everything so Hollywood, and and then you got AEW where it's just a big joke. Everything, well, wrestling is it's fake and it's a big joke. So let's just have a dinosaur and some lady from outer space and
I like the
some dude who
dinosaur.
wrestles with his hands in his pockets.
Oh,
I'm not trying to trash the guy. I'm just saying though,
I don't.
He was on
Give him
Big
the
Brother.
sports
Give him a break.
I mean,
Yeah, I just found that out just recently, Richard, that he was on
Yeah.
Big Brother.
Sorry, I'm moving a post off the group. Somebody's going to post a belt for sale, and it's not sale day.
No.
Move a post.
You got to put a video of that guy. No.
Yeah. And this is somebody I post quite often. I was kind of waiting for this to happen. So, sorry, guy.
You're about a day too soon.
Yeah, day too soon. Yeah. All belt sales are to be posted on the Friday.
Hold on. Now it is after midnight, depending on where
but it's
you're
not on the
at.
sales post.
Well, okay.
It's it's already Friday in Malaysia. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, depending on where you're at in the world, it might actually be Friday. But yeah,
Well,
that Friday sales post will go live tomorrow morning.
If my one fan is watching, I have something to show real quick before we go on.
Oh, yes.
This is The Undertaker. The Darkness, I guess. And they did that whole spiel.
Shaping the minds of America's youth or Malaysia's
He's got
youth.
his robe on. He's got his little thing here.
Nice.
So I hope she's watching.
No
I'll try and
need
do
to put your
something
kids in
special.
front of the Nintendo or the Sega PlayStation or whatever. No.
There you-
Put them in front of the screen during spanning
the
the
dumb
globe, and they will
globes?
learn. What you got there? What you got there, James?
That's my Smoky Mountain that I just got
Smoky
autographed
Mountain.
by
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Jake the Snake
Hey.
Roberts.
That is beautiful.
That is nice.
And there's that green logo. Oh, wow. Green signature.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Blaze.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's not too many Smoky Mountain champions left, unfortunately.
Why did
No.
you show me that belt? Now I want one.
Yeah, there's not too many of them left. Actually,
if belts were drugs, Richard would be a junkie.
I was gonna say, man, we probably should have an intervention at some point if that was.
Well, I'm about
It's
65.
okay to be
deep,
like
so
me and experiment just a little bit.
I'm
You're
six-
full on addicted there, buddy.
I'm 65 belts deep.
Oh,
We
Indeed.
need to have an intervention with you.
You are in deep. For
But
everybody
no,
watching, we want to thank everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. We love all you guys. Tell your friends about this show. Tell them about the Wide World of Belts Built group. Have them subscribe to the podcast. And we'd love to have any of you on. And as the end credits will say, we invite anybody to come on the show, show off their favorite belts, show off their collection, talk about the memories of wrestling. That's what this show is supposed to be all about. Not just us four farts, old farts talking. So,
So we got any news for this week?
Richard,
Yes.
I'm 4 belts in.
you're four belts. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, 5 if you count that
you're
mini
not too
belt.
far behind me.
That's right.
You're-
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Mini
right.
belt.
You're not
Uh,
too far behind me, Lane.
I got 4 sets of plates in a box and 2 boxes for myself. They had to go on the back burner. And by the way, for my leather customers who've been on my waiting list, I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. Part of that is I've been having trouble getting some materials because things are out of stock. I had trouble getting lacing. I had some issues with Tandy over a piece of leather. It's a long story. I just now got some snaps ordered, so I've been short on supplies. There for a little bit, I was having trouble getting contact cement too, so I'm a little behind on getting orders done. So if you're on my waiting list, wondering what the heck, where'd I go? That's what happened, and I'll get back with you guys.
Brings back to the meeting. Perfection takes time.
Yeah, perfection takes time. Slow cook to perfection. Yeah, Richard, you mentioned this before the show. Triple H made an announcement. Well, he didn't make an announcement, but somebody posted he made an announcement.
Yeah, I heard at the Performance Center he got into either whether it was the ring. Like I said, it's just word of mouth right now, and he said, "I am back."
I think that he means he's back in charge of
NXT.
NXT.
Yep.
I hope so.
Well, that's back somewhere anyway.
Well, if he's
Drew
in
is
charge of
walking around
NXT,
strutting his stuff on his birthday with his smoking skull.
I bet
Yeah,
he's got
my problem
he's
with
got a
strutting around
nice
with one, too.
stogie in his hand,
Yeah.
walking around.
Yeah. What's that, Jim?
I said, if I had a smoking skull, I'd probably be strutting around with one too. I'm just saying, you know.
I had a smoking skull and I sold it.
I got one back here. It's not the
Oh,
one I
I'm-
want though.
I'm not really big on WWF belts. I think you guys know this, but I think I am going to break down and get at least 2 more before it's all said and done.
I know one he wants.
I bet you do.
Does he not want the AEW title?
No.
No.
I'm actually going
No.
to start flipping some of my WWE belts. Because I want the
Really?
old school ones. Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you
Well,
have
you
the-
let me know if you want to come off at UK. You be sure to contact me first.
I
we'll
got
make
2
out a
people that
plan.
want. I got one that wants my Cody Ring of Honor, and now I got one that wants the UK original.
Hey, Richard, do you have
I
the IC, the WWE IC, the classic?
I have the white strap, the Cody one.
Oh,
Now that one's a little bit different. I think that one has a textured nugget appearance opposed to.
This one is just the regular one. It doesn't have the
Oh.
nugget one though. Yeah.
Let's say the nugget one was kind of nice. I liked it. But I'm the IC. The only one that really matters is that
yeah,
one.
me too.
I mean, I like the oval one. I thought it was cool. The new one, I didn't like it at first, but the new one's starting to grow on me because it kind of looks like, and then I hate to say this, but it kind of looks like the original one with the weird design. You know what I
My
mean?
wife- My wife tells me, since you're buying new belts, you can sell the other ones, right? So you can make room. I'm like,
Nope.
What do you mean make room? The ceiling. We can hang stuff from the ceiling. They make these little things that you can hang, like from a
Oh,
ladder.
there you go.
Hold on.
Something.
I got something going on here. Drew's still watching. Sent me a message. So here you go. Here's a birthday boy right here.
there we go. He's
He's
got
got
the
a-
Stone Cold IPA.
Yeah. Today's his birthday. It's also the birthday of he said he posted, what was that? The IPA, I think, or the Smoking Skull, or something like that. 2
Is
birthdays.
that the silver version or is that the gold version?
That's the silver version. He said silver
Look
earlier.
for the silver.
Nice.
The silver version
But
was
no
like that.
stogie. No stogie.
No stogie. That's all right.
But he's enjoying his birthday as he should.
Ben says, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing the picture, Drew.
Happy
Now,
birthday
you-
again,
after
Drew.
you would think with the belts that I had with Tully Blanchard and the Rock and Roll Express, you know, since I've been around them so much, that I would have I would have had the national title or the tag title signed. But I sold them, and I sold one of my TV titles too. And I let the people that bought them get them autographed, because if I'd have had them autographed by them, I would have to charge them more money. And I was like, that takes the fun away from them getting it autographed by the person there. So I didn't. I was going to, and I thought, nah, I better not do that. That would take away the joy of it. And you had this done, sign this. So
All right.
then I wouldn't have gotten rid of them either. So that's another reason why I didn't sign them, because there's no way I would have been able to tell them, like, it's signed.
I've been back and forth on whether or not I want that Georgia National TV Championship, the one that's, looks like it's colored in with crayons.
Paint explosion. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's made right and the plates are shaped just right, I'd love to have that belt. I really would.
I like
the big silver.
Another one of those belts that I didn't like for the longest time until it grew on me, and now it's like I was just like, that is the ugliest belt. Now I'm like, I know it's the cutest belt. It's so bright and colorful, and it's red and blue.
I did that with my wife. She complained about me buying belts, so I go to the closet and I said, what about these shoes? You didn't wear these yet. What about this purse? You haven't used that yet.
Yeah. I like Ben.
Yep.
The Crayola belt.
That's how you handle it, right there.
Yeah.
I just tell her, I said, honey, think of the money I could sell them for down the road if we ever need it. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. The guy messaged me about a strap I thought I had for sale. So, yeah. My wife doesn't ask me about the belts. She just doesn't. So I've been fortunate.
Yes,
she
you
she
have.
does not like the hobby, but she does support me. She doesn't give me any fits about it. So
Yeah, my girlfriend doesn't give me any crap either.
well, she did let me put these in the bedroom. So, but I had to paint the
I don't
walls.
have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, paint the wall.
Yeah, I had to paint the walls. I had to work for this, but
I'm trying to move some of my belts out to the living room, but the wife's not having it.
Guys, I was just thinking about something. I brought up the Vince McMahon thing, and we haven't really touched on that. I was going to wait for Mark to bring it up, but it just dawned on me. Vince McMahon paid more for sex than he paid for WCW.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
I mean, he paid this girl like $3 million to go away,
Go for
and
it.
that was
She
more
can go
than
away.
he paid for WCW.
Yeah, and she can go away.
Nope.
Well, actually,
So what I'm hearing
evidently, it was consensual, because she's even admitting that it was consensual. So I don't know how far this little investigation is going to go.
I'm hearing one of the women is Rosa Mendez.
That name sounds familiar.
She was on-air talent. She was. I don't remember her wrestling.
She had her
too much,
rear end
but she was always-
exposed to the world on national TV, and that's when they started putting the stockings on them.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, she was. I remember her, and I know who she is. Yeah, the Crayola belt. Exactly.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful belt. It really is.
It is a beautiful belt.
And Jake Roberts held that belt.
Yeah, he or Ronnie Garvin was the first ones I saw with that.
Ronnie
belt.
Garvin was the first one to have it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And him and Jake feuded over that belt.
That's the
Now, see,
first
that
time
was Georgia. We didn't have Georgia up here. We had Mid-Atlantic up here, so we didn't get too much of that until after pretty much I didn't really see a lot of Wildfire Ridge until one of the stations up here started carrying Georgia, and by the time it started carrying Georgia, it was already Vince had already bought it. You know, it was going out, so we just had Mid Atlantic, and Mid Atlantic took over that spot, and it was Mid Atlantic, and well, it wasn't Mid Atlantic anymore at that point. I'm sure it was just NWA, WCW.
And down here we had
Basically.
Georgia, but they occasionally would show Mid Atlantic. I mean, a match or two, you know.
But you're in
I
the
had,
middle of. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to
Yes,
say,
sir.
I grew up on Georgia and occasionally Mid South when the cable companies kept putting it back on the air. So.
Yeah, for me, of course, Mid South, World Class in Georgia, and
Yeah, World Class came along later for me.
because I went to a lot of the house shows here at Mid South.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
World
true.
Class, yes. What's cool about World Class, I could actually go see World Class matches. They would come to my
Yes.
area.
See, you got, yeah.
They
See, the
come
only
to
time-
Louisiana too?
No, did I say World Class? I meant Mid South.
Oh, Mid South, yeah.
That's what I meant.
See, the only
Yeah.
time we got World Class or WCW was like on the weekend. It was
Yeah.
early in the morning. That's the only time we got it up in New York. But
It
the other
aired,
time, like
Yeah.
AWA and stuff like that, we got to watch due to tape trading.
Oh, tape
Now-
radio, yeah.
Now, occasionally they would have a World Class guy come on TV to Mid South. Gino was on TV once here.
Yeah.
Kerry. And I think
He's back.
I can't think who else.
Living in Oklahoma, I live in Southwest Oklahoma. I grew up here, and our cable company would put on some of the independent stations out of like Dallas and Fort Worth. So we got the station out of Fort Worth on Saturday night with Saturday Night Wrestling, which is with the World Class Fort Worth show, and then that was Saturday night, and then Sunday morning we got the Dallas station KXTX, and they would air the Sportatorium shows.
Huh.
And what's funny about that was Mark Lawrence, the ring announcer, or not the ring announcer, but the play-by-play guy on the Fort Worth show, he would announce the upcoming card for the following Friday night, and 2 weeks later, you'd see that on TV
Oh,
on
okay.
Sunday. And it took me a long time to understand what he's talking about. But he said Friday night, Dallas Sportatorium, you'll see Kerry Von Erich versus Terry Gordy. 2 weeks later on Sunday, you would see that match.
Oh, okay. Because Saturday mornings we caught the World Class, and then Saturday night they on KTVT they would show the other. So what's the other one? It wasn't World Class, but it was.
Smoky
Championship
Mountain.
Sports.
It was Mark Lawrence.
Yeah,
It was
Championship
kind of-
Sports.
Yeah, Championship Sport. That's it.
It
Okay.
was just called Saturday Night Wrestling.
Yes.
And then they changed it to they had the Close Encounters disco version for their theme song, and then they changed it to Championship Sports and played a tune by Chicago.
Oh wow, I forgot about
I
that.
can't remember the name of the song, but
Yeah, I remember slamming Saturday nights or something like that. It was
I
called
don't.
something like that.
I don't recall that. But
Sunday morning slam or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Now I do remember.
we lose Jim.
I think
No,
we
he's
lost
talking.
him. Oh, I can't
Okay.
see it.
I can't hear.
even hear him.
He started talking and he stopped.
I seen
Yeah.
his little icon moving.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you a quick funny story. I've told this before, but I was 16 years old when I started watching World Class, and I worked at a retail store, which is the regional version of Walmart. It's before Walmart came along, and I was a stock clerk there, and we didn't have a VCR, so I'd ask girls out to go out with me on Saturday night. They want to go see a movie. Well, we get home after 10:30, and it would cut into my Saturday Night Wrestling viewing. So I had to start telling these girls, "Hey, I've got a curfew at 10 o'clock. I got to be home at 10 o'clock," and they could not understand why. They couldn't understand why a 16-year-old teenager would have a curfew on Saturday night when he had his own car. So for a while there, I couldn't get anybody to go out with me because I had a curfew. So I got a 10% discount on the merchandise at the store. So I put a VCR on layaway and paid that thing off in like 3 months. And I got it out of layaway and I started recording the shows. I set the timer on it, and my social life picked up after that. I'd watch them on Sunday morning. So.
Mark's got a curfew.
Yeah,
I don't know about that guy.
Blame my parents for that. Yeah, I gotta be home by 10 o'clock. I got a curfew. Didn't want to tell them I want to go home and watch wrestling.
Oh no, you don't. Oh no,
No. But, didn't get no love
Did
either.
the volume go down?
Huh?
I think the volume just went down.
Oh, I can't hear it on my end. But no, I didn't get no loving either. So,
Oh no.
movie's over. I gotta take you home.
I know we had a couple other things to talk about too, right?
Yeah. Where'd my topics go? We lost Jim again. The latest on the Vince and John Laurinaitis tag team situation. John Laurinaitis, he's been suspended from WWE, and
Literally.
Richard just informed me before the show started that his company's cell phone has been deactivated.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
That was the
Evidently,
biggest
my
side.
Wi-Fi is.
we already showed that.
I'll get you that
Evidently.
information after we get off the air.
Okay.
Well, we're at peak time here where I live, and everybody's stream seems to drop around this time anyway.
Okay.
And so I regardless, even if I wasn't on here, we'd be still experiencing the same issue, whether I was watching TV or whatever.
Okay. That can't be fun.
Yeah, so like I said, his phone was deactivated from what I heard.
Interesting.
He is on leave. I don't know whether it's paid leave or not. Upon the investigation,
And
I
there are
also
several law
heard
firms investigating
there's
WWE.
5 different law firms in front of
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, this is
So
not
you gotta
going
think
away
how many
anytime soon.
investors are bringing investigations, because you got to
Mhm.
think all those other. Well, here's the thing though, and something that people don't realize is Vince McMahon basically set it up to where he's still going to be in power. The only
Oh
way
yeah,
to
he's in
remove-
charge of creative. No problem.
Not even that. Even if they try to remove him right now, what do you think is going to happen to the stocks of that company?
It's going to. Oh, it's going.
Everything that without a McMahon there and everything else, just because the investors are the investors. Excuse me. And WWE has never ever experienced life without a McMahon in charge. Excuse me. I'm
Right.
sorry, guys. The stocks will tank.
Yeah.
Vince has got it set up basically where he really can't go anywhere. And even if they do remove him, because I'm sure they probably have some sort of clause in there, about the way you act and behavior. He didn't spend company money when he paid the.
Oh, he has a backup plan. Trust me.
Well, he spent his own money, so it had
Yeah.
nothing. It didn't affect the company whatsoever. But
No.
I'm sure there are agreements drawn up in the stockholders' agreements or whatever that you have to have. You can't go out and do certain things because it gives the company a black eye.
Yeah, but
Behavior
you
clause.
see,
I've ever worked- yeah.
they changed
Behavior
the
clause.
Yeah, behavior clause. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
they changed the saying now.
And if they can find him, get him out on that they maybe, but highly doubt. Now the one thing that they can possibly get him on is the old faculties. But
What's up,
even then,
Jason?
trying to prove that. Good evening.
But to have you
Well, they changed it to what now? It's then, now,
forever,
forever,
but they added
Together.
together.
and I think that was a dig between Vince and the tabloids, stating that him and Linda were split up. I think that's why he did
They've
that.
been split up for a long time, though. The thing, I think the reason why he did that was him showing everybody that he's still in charge, right? Because they expected this big statement. He came out and he said, "Then, now, forever together. That's all he said, and then
Mhm.
dropped the mic, walked away.
I'll go away.
Right
So
now, I
he-
didn't get to see what happened on Raw Monday night. I don't know what
I heard he
said.
came out again, but I don't know what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he came out and he mentioned John Cena coming back. The 20, John Cena's
Well, I mean,
career, and he's
well, that's
returning
just
next Monday night.
that's Vince doing a power play thing again. Look what I can bring to you guys. Look what I
Yeah.
brought. Look what I did for you guys. Vince
My
is
question
smart.
is, do you think John Cena is going to go after the United States title, or is he going to come after?
I don't think
Universal.
John Cena wrestles. Nah, if he wrestles, it'll be a one-time thing, and it might be for the unified, and he'll put Roman over, or it'll be a one-off thing where he beats up Kevin Owens or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because him
I don't
and
Cena's making way too
Austin
much
Theory
money
is a
not to
big
wrestle.
fan of John Cena's, and
Um,
John Cena is a big fan of Austin Theory.
John Cena's making a lot of money not to wrestle.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm sure he probably wants to come back and do a match here every now and then, but I'm sure he probably does not want to follow that schedule
Probably not.
and do it week in and week out. I'm sure he'd probably do a couple months worth of it, building up to a pay-per-view.
I think John Cena is going to be like the Undertaker. He's going to be a WWE guy through and through.
Oh yeah.
Probably
So
so.
he'll never not be. He'll never not be. He's made too much money to ever go anywhere else.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't be John Cena without WWE.
Exactly.
He'd be the prototype.
He wouldn't even do that because they own that too.
Oh.
Did anybody change the topic for a minute? Did anybody happen to see the post? Somebody commented on, I don't know what the original post was, but they were talking about Roman Reigns, and this person commented, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to quote: "He deserved the disrespect he gets. He ruined WWE years ago. Still is by handing Roman everything he wants. Shame, leukemia never got him." I guess that's against Vince, but
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay,
ouch.
okay.
I did.
First of all, it's a work. It's all BS. Okay, I'm a referee. I'm in the business. It's all a work. Okay, you're mad because they're pushing a dude in a story that you don't like, just like every other TV show.
I agree,
out there.
AD.
AD is a member of our illustrious military. I want to thank him for his service. I also want to thank you for watching.
Thank you for your service.
This
Thank you
is the
for
first night
watching
that I
us.
know of he's been watching live. He'll usually watch the show later, and he'll send me a screenshot of his TV with the show on. So I really appreciate that. That's great.
We're trying our hardest to stick to the scheduled plan.
Yeah, I'm going to try to implement some changes over time. We're going to try to come up with a static format. 2 hours is a lot of time to fill, so. Exactly, Ben. Yeah, that was tacky. Under any
You got it.
circumstances,
It was
okay.
it was horrible. No, it's not cool. And the thing is like he's playing a part. Just
Yeah.
because he's carrying a prop that you don't think he should have to carry around. Because guys, at the end of the day, the belt's a prop. The wrestlers
Yeah.
don't give a damn about the belt. The wrestlers don't give a damn about being champion, right? Most don't. Most are just they give a damn about the paycheck that they're going to get and going out and putting on a great match.
Yeah.
I'll
Right?
tell you one thing.
The belts, people who care about the belts are guys like us who watch the shows because they make us feel that like those belts are important.
I don't
They're
care
just
about the
props
belt.
and just
Me
don't
neither.
to root for somebody's death because they're carrying around a prop. Now, come on, that is wow. And really,
what's funny is that
you're watching every week. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. You got some issues going on up here. You got to get fixed. Whoever said that, get
Yeah.
out of here with that crap.
And what they fail to understand is these characters are basically reading a script that's written by somebody else.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, even before they were being scripted, these guys were coming up with this caricature of themselves. They would take something that they liked, like cowboy movies, and we're going to talk about Bill Watts. He obviously loved cowboy movies growing up as a little kid, and he idolized the thought of being, John Wayne walking into town, taking out the bad guys, bam, bam, bam. Pow, pow, pow. John Wayne took them all out. He's the hero of the story. That's all these guys are doing is playing good cop, good guy, bad guy, cops and robbers, right? You got, and at the end of the day, these guys are putting on a show, and for somebody to
It's a battle between good and evil.
It's
Always.
Shakespeare, man. I mean,
Yeah.
legitimately, it's Shakespeare. Don't put that kind of emotion out there, man. You got all this other negative crap going on in the world, and you're mad, and you're gonna wish death upon somebody because they carry a freaking prop.
You're talking about Shakespeare. To job or not the job? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the question.
Here's something that I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know about the third Uso brother.
No.
Yeah, is he the one that's
Yeah.
on
Solo
NXT?
that's in NXT.
Yeah.
WWE did pitch that he be announced as the third Uso brother, and he told them, I want to make my own name for myself.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And that's why he stayed in NXT instead of coming up to the main roster.
I get that, and I respect that, but that's probably the dumbest thing that he could have done, because right now the Usos and the Bloodline are the hottest thing going.
Well, I know
let's be
he'll
real.
come up eventually, but I think he wanted to start off where he is now
I mean,
and then work his way up.
Just because you're part of the family and you want to make your own name, well, that's cool and everything else. But when their name is on the marquee, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But I get it.
I can't fault the
10 years
kid,
from now,
though.
though,
I
but
can't fault him.
Here's the thing, though. You can use the name and be thrust into the spotlight and be used right now and make money right now, or you can not do that and then creative not find anything for you, which happens a lot. And then 6 to 8 months from now, you're released because hey, you're
Just
the
remember,
Uso that
Triple
didn't
H
make it.
is in charge now, so he can
He
probably be
is,
bumped
but
up
he is
even
he?
more.
He is, but is he?
Yeah.
Vince is still in charge. Don't think that he's
Oh,
not.
Oh, Gianni.
Hey, Gianni.
We have passed the top of the hour, which means I got to conduct a little business real quick. I just want to remind everyone this show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Releathering. For all your releathering needs, I releather this little beauty here
Beautiful.
with the lacing.
Nice.
Lacing. Yeah. And also, we are sponsored by Unique Spirit Championship Belts, who made the belt, or the plates. So we have a combined effort here.
Unique
Anyway.
definitely does some good work.
He does great work. I'm going to order from him again soon.
Great communication.
Well, I mean, he listed everything I wanted on this belt right here.
Sure did.
He surpassed my expectations, actually. So
I tell you what, though, if I had to get rid of any of my belts, I think the hardest ones to get rid of are going to be my promo titles that I still hold.
don't get rid of them.
Those are ones that you actually won. That's a little
Yeah.
bit different than something like I wouldn't get rid of those. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I have a couple of I always said, I'll never get rid of mine, and I got rid of a couple. Right, I got rid of 3 of them.
I'm still waiting on the world title that I haven't gotten yet.
Oh, really? Which
Yep.
one is that?
That's going to be the HWB World Unified World Heavyweight Championship.
Now, do you plan on winning that one, or have you already won it and just wait?
I've won it. Yeah, I won it.
Are you getting it made?
No, I'm just waiting on it. It's already made.
Oh, okay,
basically,
cool. So they already
I won
had
it
one
and
made up.
retired it at the same time.
Also, as I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm selling this one. Made by Mateen. It's a cast world-class Texas Heavyweight Championship with 6 side plates. Not a big belt, but it is heavy. It is all there. These plates are not
It's
hollow.
beautiful.
They're cast. The main plate is probably 6, maybe 8 millimeters thick. Side plates are maybe 3 millimeters. But it is beefy. Very nice
It is
belt.
a nice belt, though.
So it'll be on the sales post tomorrow. But if you're interested tonight, send me a message after the show. We'll have to give it to a good home. I got this one from a scammer whose name will not be mentioned. So I'm just trying to purge my collection of the scammer belts.
But it is a real championship belt.
It is. It is real. Yes, it is. So,
Replica real.
oh yeah. Beautiful belt. Beautiful. What else is going on in the world of professional wrestling?
Forbidden Door.
Okay, go ahead and talk about it because maybe Lane can chime in on it because he watches AEW.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wednesday night. There was a guy from New Japan that came out. I didn't know.
Was it Okada?
Yeah, Okada.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him and
I
Moxley.
think it was Okada.
Yeah, I heard he was on the show. I like Okada. He's like the Ric Flair of Japan.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to his match and John Moxley's match. I'm
hearing
guessing
things
that the guy that Bryan Danielson is going to bring in is either going to be Johnny Wrestling or Cesaro.
I'm
that's the
hearing
name I hadn't heard
Cesaro might actually re-sign with WWE. I'm not
Really?
sure what's up with that. Yeah, because there was no ill will whenever they released it. It was just a business decision.
Hey, Richard. I'm sorry. Is the MJF thing a work or is it a shoot?
Right now, I think what they did because of Warner Brothers, they removed him from all advertisement and everything. I think the contract has already been done. I think he's just laying low right now. And if you want my honest opinion, MJF is going to move up into a world title position soon.
Mm-hmm.
Is he big enough to hold a heavyweight title?
Yeah.
Uh,
Strike while the iron's hot. That's what I say. I believe he's, 26, if I had to guess his
26,
age.
right. That was like 26, 27.
When they had Warner Brothers there, they had to kind of tone down everything. So to keep things cool, they had to remove him from the advertisements and everything. But I think the contract is already signed. So I just think they're waiting for the right moment, the right time, and he's going to come out.
I think the
Yeah, he's
contract
probably-
was signed long before the promo was ever cut.
But if I had my guess, I think they're going to set up Warlow for a title, and MJF is going to come out and ruin it.
I agree with Ben on this. Jay
Oh, yeah,
White's a pretty good
definitely.
heel,
He's
too.
got that 80s heat.
He is. Oh, he is.
MJF's got that
Jay
80s
White,
heel
man.
heat.
You know who MJF reminds me of? He reminds me of that preppy college student that kind of like from Revenge of the Nerds, the mean,
The
preppy.
Mean Street Posse.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's the jock dude who got the pretty girl and was, he's better at everything, and and he drives a nice car and all that. Yeah, that's totally MJF.
That's what I can see what's happening. I can see Warlow be set up for a title match, and then MJF comes out and ruins it.
I think Wardlow said something that was kind of. He's going to go for the TNT title, which I think is a good idea for Wardlow. But he kind of said something that was kind of goofy, and I don't think that they realized that when he said it, he was like, he said something about instead of being in the tournament to crown the new interim champion, he's just going to challenge CM Punk. Well, if he wins the interim title, that automatically puts him in a match with CM Punk. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But okay, whatever. They're just trying to justify him going after the TNT title, which I think is a good position for him anyway.
Or him and Miro could go after the Atlantic title.
The fact that if he wins the TNT title, leave it on him forever, right? Put it on him, leave it on him for a year. Make the belt mean something, and have build up Miro again, and make him and Wardlow build up. Have Miro destroy everybody in his path, because Miro should never have lost the belt. He should never have lost it to what's his name anyway.
Tell you what, I like Miro's promos lately.
Yeah, Johnny, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry.
But there's so much that can be done, and right now the TBS or TNT title, whatever, the TV title that they have, kind of been kind of worthless over the past few weeks. Especially, I'm not I don't like Sammy Guevara. As a matter of fact, I think he's one of the reasons why wrestling is in the state that it's in. Nobody
The
wants to watch
Spanish
it.
God.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think so
No
too,
selling
man.
piece of junk. He's no selling garbage, man. Sorry, don't like him. He's
Yeah.
very capable in the ring. I can't say anything about his skills, but he no sells everything, and that's
His
stupid.
girlfriend's hot though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if I see his stupid tongue anymore, like, God, man.
She's his fiance now, though.
Oh, excuse me, his fiance.
Yeah,
Until
fiance.
Sasha Banks signs with the company.
Or did they used to be an item?
Who,
Him and
him and
Sasha?
No, but
No, that's
he
a
said he
joke
wanted to
going
rape
around on
Sasha.
the on the dirt sheets.
Oh, okay.
That's because he said he wanted to. He said that's because he said he wanted to rape Sasha Banks.
Oh,
So
okay.
remember that.
Oh.
That was raunchy.
Speaking of raunchy, I'm glad you brought that up. There's a video out there, and I don't know the name of the promotion. It's an indie promotion. I think it's on the West Coast, but oh, what is her name? Karrion Kross's
Valkyrie.
no, Karrion Kross's wife. What's her name?
Oh. Oh man.
Anyway,
Oh man, yeah, I think you
I've
quit.
drawn a
Yeah.
blank on the name. It's embarrassing, but
It's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah.
She used
Yeah.
a dildo. I saw it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh!
Well, I wasn't going to use that term, but she was in a no. Wait, Richard. Let me finish the story. She was in an intergender bra and panties match with a male wrestler, and sometime during the match, this sex toy comes out, and they're whacking each other with it. The commentary is hilarious. But anyway, she gooses him with it and ends up, I think she won the match with this sex toy. And it just, Scarlett Bordeaux, that's who it is. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how I forgot that name. Just thought of her picture. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm an old school guy. There's no place in wrestling for that kind of crap.
No.
Especially if, and the point was brought up, I think Carmine brought it up, that, people take their kids to these indie shows.
Mommy,
yeah.
Daddy, what is that in her hand?
Yeah, and you if you're going to do that, at least have a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. Hey, this could happen. Adult themes are going to be used. Adult toys.
This
gonna
show
be
is
used.
rated PG-13, or
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit more PG-13, but I just it's kind of like the hardcore wrestling matches getting thrown to the top of the cage like Mankind was at one time. To me, where is the line drawn between going over the line?
Well, that's part of the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I personally have never, at any of the promotions that I've worked for, thankfully, have never seen a sex toy used.
Hope it never happens.
If I did, I would, as soon as I saw it, I would disqualify somebody, and then the match would end right there because I won't be a part of it.
Yeah.
I have standards. That being said, and this is just, I have seen people still get offended during matches over, we had a show. Unfortunately, I had a broken leg at the time, but I was at the show. I was just there, kind of just to watch as a guest, go backstage and hang out with the guys. But I was there, and Madman Pondo, who, if you don't know who that is, look him up. He's deathmatch crazy. Like, he has a saw blade on a wheel, like on a stick that he rubs across people's foreheads. I mean, it's insane. And he was having a match. He's from here in West Virginia. He's having a match with another guy, and the match was so gory, violent, that parents actually were getting up with their kids and leaving. And
As they should,
as they should, because it got to the point where it was even bothering me, some of the stuff that was going on in the match. And don't get me wrong, because I work a lot of, I work a few death matches. I don't work death match shows, but we have matches. I don't want to say death matches, hardcore
Thank you.
matches. I work hardcore matches. But that being said, there were things being done. There was a cinder block placed in one guy's crotch and a sledgehammer used. Now we all knew there's a certain way that you can hit it, and it's not going to hurt anything. But at the
Remember the
same
old
time,
bowling ball in the corner?
yeah, bowling ball, yeah. There is, at the same time, when you got little kids seeing, just unadulterated violence, parents don't want to see that, and they damn sure don't want to see sex toys, right? We don't even allow in the promotions that I've worked, we don't allow for wrestlers to touch, right? Ass is about as bad as it can get. I'm going to kick your ass. That is about as bad as we allow it. Anything past that, you say anything like that, we cut and you got to reshoot your promo.
That's what I meant to ask you. Has anybody ever dropped an F-bomb?
Oh yeah, many a times. Here a few weeks back, we had a trainee match, and one of the trainees, he's pretty good, but he's never really had any real matches. Was working match, and it was an elimination match, and he had to go around and basically shove everybody in the match, like get in their face and just tell them, well, while they're going over the match in the back, we use the FU, shove them FU, we're going over the and we're just talking about the spot. We're not really mean call that and say that out loud, right?
Uh-huh.
And the trainee gets in the ring, and this is on film, and we're in front of a crowd, and it's all FU, 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 FU. And fortunately, like as soon as he went through all that, the very last person that he does that to hits him with their finisher, and he gets pinned like that. But he wasn't supposed to say the FU, right? Yeah. So here he goes through saying all of it, and then he gets hit with the finisher 1, 2, 3, and the crowd popped. It was great, but I was like, we got backstage, and I was like, dude, whoever told you to say this? I was like, don't ever say that again. Don't ever, 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 ever say that. His eyes got real big. He said, we were calling it back, but he had never worked. He'd never.
Yeah, you got to motion it, but you can't say it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can even mouth it without saying it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he actually said it, and it's studio wrestling, so you don't have to speak very loud, and they can hear it because it's all around the ring right there. It's all basically everything's front row seating in the studio.
Yeah. I always wondered that if you're in the middle of the ring, being the ref, you hear some foul language or anything. Does it change the way the match goes, or anything?
Well, yeah and no. Okay,
I mean, I know if you have a crowd full of kids in the front row.
Okay, the veterans know how to say something without it being heard. Right, the guys who are actually veterans, and I'm talking about the guys who've been doing this for a few years. If you screw up, hey man, you screwed up. The front row won't hear it. They'll never hear it. Now they'll get backstage and they'll yell at you, but when you're in the ring, they won't. They're professionals. Yeah. But yeah, I was working a match with Tommy Wildfire Rich and Bill Richie Rich. A 6-man tag, and one of the heels kept calling Richie Rich by his real name, and Tommy Wildfire Rich leans in. He's like, "Hey, you dumb MFer, his name's Richie, and I'm standing right there." And of course, I start laughing because nobody heard it but me and the people that were there. But Tommy Wildfire Rich called him a dumb MFer, man, and I just started laughing, because we all were laughing. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things. Where he was being funny, and it was like it was in the ring, and it definitely changed the mood of the match because even the heels, all of us were like, trying to cover our faces.
As a kid, I used to hate to be called the nickname for Richard.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that one day. Can I call you that? I said I can be one if you want me to.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: some people don't mind it, and that's the thing. Like, I have friends who prefer to be called Rick. I have some friends who actually like being called a Dick. That's just, it is what it is. To nickname it, unfortunately it was co-opted for something else over time. I wonder how people named Willie feel. They kind of stuck with it. You know what I mean?
You can call me Richard. You can call me Richie. You can call me Ricky, but don't call me that.
You could
You
call
know,
me Ray, or you could call me Jay.
but then again, you know, if you're in the business, you want people to call you that.
You can call me
You know what I
Benny and
mean?
call me Al, but not that.
You
Yeah,
know,
call
if
me.
you're and you know, and this is the thing, you know, being in the business, you know, you want people to call you that because then you can react to it. That's my name, blah 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 blah. One night I was working a show and the announcer screwed up one of the heel tag team's names as they were coming out. They're called the Rhinestone Cowboys, right? But he messed up and called them just the Cowboys or something crazy, like you know, just a simple little flub up, right? And the dude rolled his eyes, and I was like, "Dude, you're a heel, right?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, go out there and be a heel. Go out there and he screwed your name up, embarrass him in front of the whole crowd. We got a couple hundred people here. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Be a heel. Work it. He screwed your name up, so work it and you'll get over as a heel because it'll get him sympathy, and you will look like a jerk. You know, and little things like that. You know, a lot of wrestling, a lot of what goes on in the ring is improv because you can go back in the back and you can set up a match a certain way, and if the crowd ain't feeling it, you know, you can try and they're going to sit on their hands. They're not going to enjoy it. So you got to call, you know, something on the fly, and change what's going on. And it can be just as simple as a little bit more taunting or a little bit less taunting. You know what I mean? Just something little, you know. But there's always wrestling like a match should be a living, breathing thing, and not like a roller coaster where everything is set high, low. Just you know, it should be a flowing and almost
Should
like
be
the ocean.
smooth flowing.
Well, I mean, it should be like the ocean. It should ebb up and down. You know, when you get them up to the top, that's when you take them home because you're never going to get them higher than what you got them right here. When they're at this point, that's what.
I got another one for
Yeah,
you
cut it
guys.
off.
What do you think about the use of the Ring of Honor guys? One of them just got buried the other night.
I was
Like
afraid that was
fine.
going to
Cowboy.
happen.
I'm fine with interpromotional use, but for the purpose of burying him, no, I'm against that.
He was actually one of the good guys over in Ring of Honor when, you know, Ring of Honor was its own company. And last night, Cowboy James Storm just buried him.
I don't like that.
I mean, I
See,
think Tony
I
Khan
didn't
is
watch.
burying
So
all the Ring of Honor
James
guys
Storm,
now.
James Storm is in AEW.
No. My bad. Adam Page.
Oh, Adam.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Platinum, how are you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
Platinum.
unfortunately, I knew that was going to happen once they started taking the belt off of the Ring of Honor guys and started putting it on the AEW guys. And don't get me wrong, Joe was Ring of Honor. So was
CM Punk.
no, not FTR. Or were they? Were they in Ring of Honor? I don't think they were.
What
But
was that?
Yeah,
FTR.
but they took oh no, they took the belts off of the Ring of Honor guys.
Yeah,
and
they
put
took
on
them off
FTR.
them. Yeah.
Sorry, they took them off the Briscoes to put them on, and they took the TV title off to put it on Samoa Joe. Which why would you put a mid card title on him? He needs to be fighting for your world title. Regardless, I kind of figured that they were going to start doing that with the Ring of Honor guys. Look what they did to Jay Lethal when they brought him in.
And they basically buried him.
Yeah. But that happens when you buy out another company. You're going to use some talent.
What happened with WWE and WCW?
You're going to use that talent to put your talent over. Guys, yep. I'm getting low battery signals. I
am too, actually.
Give me a second. I got to go plug up. So if I die,
I'm going to plug up too.
Okay.
And
that's why I take my phone plugged in while we're doing the show.
I'm using my laptop. The phone has a better camera, but got a better.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to Forbidden Door pay-per-view. I think it's going to be an all-around pay-per-view, and I think it's going to be one of those pay-per-views that goes over midnight.
I think it'll be a 5-hour pay-per-view that's going to be filled with multiple 6-man, or excuse me, trios as they like to call them. Where I'm from, they're called 6-man tag matches. multiple 6-man, 8-man, and 10-man matches. Outside of the couple of singles matches that we've got down.
What's up, Mark
I'm hearing,
Laverty?
I'm hearing that this pay-per-view behind the scenes is actually a nightmare. Both companies are not really wanting to do business the way that they envisioned. But that kind of happens when you have.
I also heard when the New Japan guys got hurt. I'm not sure who it was. I just read it very briefly.
Now, see, I haven't heard anything about that yet, but that doesn't mean Now, I know here a while back, one of the New Japan guys got paralyzed because he took a buckle bomb or German suplex or something into the buckles, and they had to do surgery on him, and he was still. The last time I checked, he was still not doing.
I just told a buddy of mine. Matter of fact, yesterday I said, if you don't know about New Japan, I suggest you YouTube these guys that are coming for Forbidden Door. What's up, Chris Thermo?
Chris, welcome to the show.
Thermo.
If you guys are joining us late, you need to go back to the beginning of the show. After the show ends, go back to YouTube, watch the replay. We got a new intro. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, the intro was awesome.
Richard helped me out with the pictures. So
Great intro.
Yeah, I'll PM you guys those directly. Mark already has his.
I may post the intro in the group just for the fun of it.
Okay.
Hey, if I send you a couple of pictures, can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
try.
'cause I was-
What I try to do is I got another picture of Lane too. I'll send him that one privately. That I did. I actually did
back down.
yours in one take, Mark's in one take, Andy's in one take. I tried to go by your personality. So when I did yours and I sent it to Mark, Mark's like, wow. And the picture was black and white. Remind you that he sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And the application that I got put it in color.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The guy that shot that put that filter on there. I didn't do that, so I don't know if there's an actual color picture of it or not. So that's pretty cool that you were able to colorize it and still make it look like the artwork and everything.
The only thing that was really hard to do is get the third put in there.
Oh well, that's
My
one of
wife
those
helped
things
me
where-
with that. She said, put in the capital I 3 times, and it showed up
Yes.
perfectly.
Yeah.
He made you look pretty.
That's
I
hard
want
to
to do
do,
something.
too.
I want to do something off the wall here because we had some people join us late, and we kind of ran out of material to talk about, but we can get back to it. But I think I want to show the intro one more time. What do you think?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
why not?
definitely.
Go for
Why
it.
not?
It'll kill a minute. So let's show the. This is the new
Yes,
intro
Ben,
for the
I
show.
agree.
Here we go. And the pure wasn't that great?
That is.
That's awesome. People
That
are
is
probably
awesome.
tuning in and say, wow, we just caught the show in time. You see that picture of me, though? I tried to give it, like, everybody's got their own personality. I got the cityscape in the background.
Oh yeah. I was telling these guys at the beginning of the show that last week and the week before I was getting messages from or notifications from I can't remember if it was Facebook or YouTube, but there was a copyright attached to some of the music, and it was muted in 72 countries, not in Malaysia though. So nor was able to hear it. So anyway, I just kind of blew it off. And then last week I got the same thing, but it kind of gave me another warning. I guess threatening to kick me off Facebook if I kept on showing it. So I investigated a little bit more, and I think it's the countdown clock timer music instead of because I was worried that the theme music, which I love by the way, I don't want to quit using it because I think it's perfect. I don't want to get rid of that, and that's what inspired me to do the new intro. I was actually planning on doing one anyway, but the urgency forced me to do this. And Richard helped me out with the pictures of the hosts.
Thank you.
We swiped a couple of pictures off of Facebook, and he added those touches to them. So
Just got to
appreciate
find
it.
that generic countdown, and I could probably do something good with it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to look for that one, and I just can't seem to find it.
But we've been doing the show almost a year now, and it was time for a new intro. So, and I wanted to include features of the show, not just pictures of my belts. So I wanted to get some screenshots of the show. We opened up with Lane realizing he just got a new belt.
Oh, that. Oh, I still watch it.
Oh, great, Nor. Oh, wait. Nor's commenting again. Just for you, Nor.
Yeah, you'll like your personal one I did for you, Lane, when I send it to you after the show.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to see it.
I hate that Andy wasn't on tonight to see this. Hopefully, he's watching the show. If not, I'll send him the video of the intro. See what he thinks of it. Andy's home with a family member who just got out of the hospital, so he wasn't able to be on that. Hopefully, he'll be on next week. So he should be on next.
Wishing them a speedy recovery.
Definitely.
Yes. But I love the intro. I was like a kid in a candy shop waiting to show it off. It's got that
He was
new
like
intro
a giggly
smell.
schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Not little me. Oh!
No.
Oh, okay, Nora. Yeah.
We got to get a spot with a chair and put a name tag on it.
Yeah. It's a dog eat dog world where we're all wearing milk bone underwear.
Nor says it's a heavy rain season over by him.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
in Malaysia it's rainy season. It's hot here. We were supposed to get triple digit temperatures here in Oklahoma.
Oh, tell me about it. That's what we've been in.
Now next week it's supposed to drop down the 80s, so we're supposed to get a cool front. Hopefully, we'll see.
I got the
Cool.
AC guy
Yay.
coming tomorrow to service my unit
Yeah.
for the summer.
It's so hot the wind turbines are melting.
Oh yeah.
One of my fellow volunteer firefighters was watching this show. Give a shout out to
Oh,
Blake.
God.
Hello, Blake, if you're watching.
Hey,
Sorry,
thanks for
we
joining
embarrassed
us.
you in front of your firefighter friends, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
I've
he's
been
fine.
sharing.
We
Been-
fully apologize for embarrassing you in front of
Yeah.
your firefighter friends.
We tend to go off the rails every now and then, but we try to get back on as fast as we go off.
We're just a
we've
bunch of
done it.
wrestling nerds.
Yeah, we're still trying to raffle this dog off. So
Is that the pro grade one?
Huh?
Is that the pro grade
pro grade,
version?
yeah.
Okay.
4 millimeter zinc.
Is he a mascot?
Yeah, he's a mascot. It's my daughter's dog.
Spanning the globe mascot.
He's camera shy. Whoops. Hold on.
Hey, keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Yeah, she got upset with me the first time I showed him. I said, "We're gonna give away this dog." She said, "Hey, it's my dog." Just brought him in.
Should have wore your shirt.
I don't have it on.
I know you should have wore it.
I know. I wore it yesterday.
I know.
Yeah, my
She got
dog
me-
is like that too.
My girl's making an appearance. She has to stop and say hi to everybody.
Oh, look at her.
Oh, wait. Let me put you on full screen.
Beautiful.
Hello, doggy.
Aw.
That's
Yeah, I got a
Kendall.
Brindle too.
That's Kendall. That's my girl.
We have reached
She
we don't
We've
have
reached the
nothing
pet
else to
portion
talk
of the
about
show.
portion of our show. Hello, Pierce.
Has anybody been to any shows?
What's
here
up,
recently?
Pierce?
Is there any independent shows that you guys plan on going to that have come close, or any big shows that are going?
I actually
One that are
discovered
close.
one in my area. They just had their first show last month. I missed going to it. It's called the Boca Championship Wrestling. The Headbangers are actually in it.
Oh, that was a killer.
and I forgot who else was there. There was a couple
Yes.
other guys that were there. And I'm looking to go to the next show that they have. I've been following them on Instagram now. To keep,
AEW is coming to town.
Oh, nice.
definitely worth going to. I'm telling you.
You need to audition for a ref job there.
I don't know if I'll be going or not because I'm not saying I wouldn't have a good time because I probably would, but there'd be things like I would show up in my Jim Cornette shirt and probably have a sign, with some sort of Cornette saying on there, something about pockets or jazz hands, and no, I wouldn't do that. Actually, all my buddies are going to go. They're trying to talk me into going. I may go. It depends on what ticket costs are.
I'll
be
tell you
honest
what,
with
the Brock
And whether or
Lesnar
not
guy
I'm-
was spotted at AEW show, and the
yeah,
green shirt guy.
if I do go, I will not. I will have gear in the truck. That's all I can say.
You won't be disappointed. I'm going to be honest with you.
Be prepared.
I was not disappointed the last two shows I went to.
My thing is, and this is just for me. I know that they tape. What's the other two shows?
Dark and Dark Evolution.
Yeah, and that's like, and I love wrestling.
And Rampage.
Okay,
All
love
in the same
wrestling.
night.
I don't want to spend 10 hours doing wrestling. Especially when I got to sit through all of that. If I go, I'll show up right around 8 o'clock for Dynamite, and I always bring my gear. Yeah,
Here speaks wisdom here.
I've
Definitely.
Never been, I never ever go to a show without gear. I've been at shows with gear, and then once they found out that I had my gear, I ended up working. So I always bring my gear.
Cool.
But yeah, no. I'll probably, if I do go, it'll depend on the cost of the tickets, because I'm not looking to pay $100. And once again, this is just me being me. I'm not a big fan of AEW, and I don't want to drop a whole ton of money on something that I'm not a big fan of. It's like, people who don't like McDonald's don't want to spend a whole bunch of money eating at McDonald's. I'm kind of
Well, you
that
can get
way.
some good seats for $35.
Yes, go is a good idea, Pierce.
Well, yeah, but you do have to bring your gear because you got to look the part.
Yeah, but bring your suit.
Want to. Well, I mean, not even a suit. If you whatever gimmick you're trying to work as an announcer, whether it be a suit or like what's his name on AEW with he's got the sock gimmick on his face. Whatever you're trying to work.
I'll tell you what, though, the next time AEW comes into town, I'm going to dress up as the Warden.
There you go.
Do it. Make sure you got plenty of signs and people pointing at you all the time. That's the Warden. But no, I might go to that. Fortunately for me, I'm booked on all the independent shows around here for the most part. We're having our Charleston and my hometown here just brought back its stern wheel regatta. We Charleston's right on the Kanawha River, and we used to have a regatta every year. Well, this year is the first year that it's back in probably good 10, 15 years. And they're having professional wrestling on it. And I fully planned on being at the show, even though I'm not scheduled to work it with my gear. But it's on the same day that I'm working next week. It's on Thursday, and I'm doing the show with Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. So I'll be at that
great.
one. Yeah,
I always love that name.
If I can,
15-minute
I love
warning.
Jimmy.
hopefully, and what I'm hoping for is I can, how Bam kind of
Bam!
has everybody introducing the show. I'm hoping that I can get a couple of these guys to say, hey, I'm part of a podcast. If I can I get you 2 seconds to introduce the show, Wide World of Belts.
Oh, that would be
Professional
awesome.
That'd be
wrestling
great. Yeah,
with
that'd be
belts.
great. I know Carmine's
get-
mentioned it before, but
and get some of the guys, because I work with all these guys.
those guys, okay.
I'll be working with Mr. Hughes this week. I'll be working with Chick Donovan, which some of you guys.
I know
probably
Chick
don't
Donovan. I know who he is.
Okay.
I want the Warden in a hardcore video game match.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be working with some of these older legends and some of these, future legends that are coming in from because I'm working with a lot of guys from
I can make it happen,
GCW
Gianni.
and MLW and things.
Hang on, Pierce. We'll bring you on just for the last 15 minutes.
I'll see if I can't get them to, hey, you're watching Wild World of Belts, da da da, give the thumbs
That'd be
up.
awesome.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Eddie Kingston to get him to say, "Anybody seen Richie?"
Yeah.
I just want that voice clip.
Yeah. Andy's wife's doing fine. Pierce. Oh, here he is. Hey, Pierce, welcome to the show for the last 15 minutes, 14 minutes.
What's up, sir?
What's up, boys? I just wanted to come and say hi and check out one of my favorite podcasts that I love
I
watching.
appreciate that.
Gee, thanks, man. We appreciate that.
Did you happen to see the new intro?
I didn't. I've just been busy doing a few things. So
Okay, you can watch it. You can go back and watch the replay.
Sorry, I had the freaking thing still playing on my computer.
I created a new intro, and then we're going to have end credits at the end of the show. So if you're watching the show, when I say goodnight, don't leave yet. You got to see the end credits. So
You got
I
credits?
don't think any other podcasts do this, but I'm gonna experiment with it.
We're trying to be the train setter. We're blazing the path.
Yeah,
What's
we're
up?
gonna be the innovators.
There you go.
The
Oh,
innovators.
Jim's audio died. Jim's audio died.
We're gonna be the players, if you will.
If you
That's
will,
it.
yeah. So
That's
what's going on
it.
with you, Pierce?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot. This shit with Vince.
He looks like he
McMahon.
goes to the same barber as me.
Yeah, I do. Bro. You know what's funny? I worked a show the other week, right? And after the show, I'm getting changed, and one of the boys walks in the locker room and goes, "Hey, man, have you got any hair gel or something?" And I went,
I was just
yeah.
gonna say that. I save
I
a
got-
lot of money on the hair gel.
I said, I got moisturizer and beard oil, bro. Mix the two together. You'll get it going.
Turtle wax.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good buffer.
Make that
You-
sharp.
I think you started to mention Vince a minute ago, didn't you?
Yeah, Vince, man. Like Vince is what's your guys' take on Vince McMahon and his $3 million settlements and NDAs for all?
James said it the best.
Jim said it best a while ago. He paid more for sex than he did for WCW.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna change my name here.
What
so-
about the memes that people came out with? With
I haven't
Vince
seen
jumping
any
off
of
the
them.
stairs?
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
My favorite one's where he's going off the high dive. That's my favorite one.
They did
All-
one of him in the Nirvana cover, him in the pool.
I hadn't seen that one.
I saw that
Um,
one. But you know what's funny? This isn't the first time he's been fucking accused of anything. Like they're clutching at straws. Like you even see Vince McMahon leaping off. He's like, this is the first time, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you know what? It's bad PR, but it's good PR because everybody's talking about him.
Vince. Here's the thing, okay, and I said this earlier. Vince came out on Friday and just said, then, now, forever together, right? That was just basically a power play. Him coming out and saying, "Nah, I'm still in charge."
Yep.
But you know what? Even that, like together, no, bro. I'm responsible for my own fucking actions in life because I'm a fucking man. You be a fucking man. You be responsible for that shit. You stepped
Well,
outside your marriage to get a piece of pussy, then you tried to cover it up by throwing some cash and NDAs, bro. He's probably got like 50 of these motherfucking NDAs.
I was gonna
out.
say we don't know the depth of how far this is going to go.
I was
Like,
telling
we-
the guys earlier, one of the chicks is Rosa Mendez.
One of the
Oh
chicks.
yeah,
were-
I heard that. Yeah,
Rosa
He really-
Mendez.
he really
What,
screwed the
and
cooch on. He really screwed the cooch on this
She was
one.
one of the divas that had her rear end show live on TV, and then they went to the stockings where all the girls had to wear the stockings. I mean,
She
bare,
was-
right
she
on the
was-
camera.
She was also seemed like she wasn't really mentally all there in a lot of times. Like from what I watched Total Divas, only for
They called it the
education.
double moon shot.
I'm with you on that, Pierce. I'm with you on that. I don't think like she came across like she was kind of off, and and maybe that was just a gimmick. I don't know.
Well, she's
'cause
30
I know
million
that,
off.
well, I'm gonna say we don't know. And here's the thing, even if he did do something, as long as he didn't pay for it with company money and he paid for it out of his own pocket, and the one girl has already said it was consensual. So there's no there there.
I wonder if that kid is his.
But bro, we covered this on Wrestling with Tragedy, and the thing is, Vince McMahon is probably one of the smartest people in the world, and he's a fucking worker, bro. You think he can't outwork non-workers, bro? He will run rings around him. He ain't going. You can't cancel Vince McMahon.
No.
Fuck.
He's not going anywhere. I mean, and here's the thing: what would happen to WWE stock if there was no McMahon in charge? None. Stock bottom out.
Yeah.
And
know,
all those
man. I don't
investors
know,
would lose
but
money. Man, I'm telling you, that's how investors see things. And
let me put it to you like this: investors turn around and said, "Hey, we don't want Vince McMahon to be the face of this company. He's a fucking scumbag. He stepped out of his marriage. Has he done anything illegal? No. Has he done anything fraudulent with WWE funds?
Hey, Bruce
Probably.
brings up a good point. He paid the girl's salary with the company's funds.
but
Yeah,
did
but
he
he
though?
The salary or the hush money?
The hush money came out of his own pocket. See, that's the difference because they
Oh
were
yeah,
on
definitely.
salary.
But the
They were on
salary came from
for
the company.
But they were
But
they were employed by the company.
But
Yeah.
no, but the interesting thing is here with this chick, she was a paralegal. She started in at $100,000 a year. After 12 months, after the relationship started, her salary was then $250,000 a year, and she's
Yeah,
now the
yeah.
director of fucking live events.
Yeah,
Bro.
she's a paralegal. She did not object.
Oh no,
Bro, that's like the fucking Young Bucks being VIPs, bro. Get give me a break.
Oh no, I'm right there with you. But unfortunately, until they can come up and here's the thing, we don't know what their bylaws for the investors to get rid of the CEO. We don't know what's written into their contracts according to that.
I'm
And I'm
dying to
sure
see
there's
what these five
like I
law
said,
firms
we-
come up with.
we spoke about your personal you have a personal the way you handle yourself in public, responsibility clause in contracts. Even then, because Vince is not stupid. Vince understands psychology, and he also understands how contracts work because he's a billionaire and he's been doing this for a long time. I'm telling you, there's nothing. None of this is going to stick. Right. The only way they're going to get Vince out, honestly, is if they can say that he's mentally incapable of performing the job.
Well, look at it like this. What if Vince McMahon, I've said this for years, is probably so out of touch with pop culture and what's going on in the world. You really think a 76-year-old fucking man knows what's going on in the woke world of 2022? Like, you think he's going to go out there and go up to Alexa Bliss? Yeah, Alexa, I want you to go out there and skip. Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Bro, he's so fucking out of touch. And the thing is, who can they put in there that's going to be the head of creative? Paul Heyman? Would he even fucking want it? Eric Bischoff? Would he even fucking want it? Vince Russo? I know he don't fucking want it.
That would be
Well,
crazy.
here's the thing though. Because you got to think, and this is what I was getting back about the investments and the investors. This company has never been in existence without a McMahon in charge. Everything this company has ever accomplished has been with a McMahon at the head of the table. You like my
And
pun?
Now there's going to be a
It's-
con at the end of the table.
And
And it's
the thing is yeah, but at the same time, WWE's never made as much money as they have right now, and that's all.
What
been
if
under
Nick
Vince
Khan
McMahon.
winds
Now,
up getting WWE and sells it
you take
to Tony?
you take a McMahon away from it, right? We can sit here and speculate all day long what might happen, but chances are what will happen is the stocks will dive. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
because because WWE has never existed in its entirety without a McMahon in charge.
But the
How
thing
is
is,
the company?
they need
But
to
you-
clean WWE up. The thing is with this toxic bullshit, and everything that they go through, this is the world of the throat cutters. And bro, from what I've been told by veterans in this business, there's three types of people in the wrestling business: addicts, queers, and carnies. And a lot of the times, there's two out of the three that you're going to be dealing with. In WWE, the toxic fucking bullshit that they've had there in the old boys club. All right, bro. The time is done. 1980s are over, man. You can't get away with this shit. They need to put people in place. And putting Stephanie McMahon in as interim CEO, bro, that is a big time play to say, hey, we're an inclusive company. We now have a woman as our CEO.
And her last
That-
name is McMahon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's she's still Daddy's baby girl.
and by proxy, McMahon is still in charge.
True.
Of course, bro.
Okay.
And she set it up to put Triple H back in place.
And Triple H is not even. I don't even. And once again, I think this is all just on paper, because what really happens at the end of the day is Vince is still calling the shots. Vince is still going to sit there and sign all the paychecks, and Vince is still going to do this until. And even if they do, and let me say this, even if they do try to remove Vince, you don't think that he doesn't have a poison pill put into the
Yeah.
investors at the same time, like Twitter did, to keep Elon Musk from buying it? Don't think that Vince wouldn't
Well,
do
what's
something
to
like that.
say, other than the scandal, that this was already in play to have to be done?
Well, evidently this stuff has been going on. The investigation's been going on for a while. It's been going on before WrestleMania.
You know what I mean? By
And
putting
Vince
Stephanie
still
in
went out
place
there
and
on-
Triple
during
H in
WrestleMania.
place.
That's
You know, other
okay.
than the scandal that caused.
let me say this, and this is just coming from, and once again, I don't know how because that's a real company on on Hollywood level. I've never remotely even sniffed
I
that
agree.
kind of air. Okay,
Yeah.
But
That makes a
being
good
said,
point here.
And that being said, even on my low level, at the end of the day, the people who are in charge are not going to let go that easily. Okay. And the people who are in charge are billionaires. You don't think Vince has talked to his lawyers and hasn't talked to the lawyers that wrote up all those contracts? Come on.
You know what the thing is? Like, Johnny Ace is going to be the fall guy here.
He's gonna be the one that
Oh
goes.
yeah, he definitely is.
He's the guy that's going to be a fall guy. But again, this just goes to show of the business of professional wrestling, man. Like that, this has been an old boys club for the longest time, and like this whole sexual fucking weird shit that's been going on in WWE.
Oh, don't forget Bruce is in place too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Look,
Well,
look,
no, I totally get what you're saying, but what you don't understand is up until here recently, all that stuff that happened before happened under a private company, and until somebody comes out with actual proof or any kind of logistics that and I'm sure there's probably a lot of do not discuss clauses that
Oh,
Vince,
definitely.
so we'll never hear of these things, and that's the other thing that when you've got enough money and Vince has enough money, you can pay for a lot of things to go away. I mean, look what he did.
Scrooge McDuck money.
Look what he did for Superfly Jimmy Snuka. He made a murder charge go away.
well, that just comes down. If you got money and powerful friends, bro, you can make anything disappear, and that's the thing, man. Like you even look at over in the UK, like Jimmy Savile. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker was rubbing elbows with Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister at the time, Prince Charles, who was sending him speeches to fucking proofread. This guy was the Teflon Don. Soon as he fucking dies, over 450 sexual allegations against
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile. Like that is one of the biggest things that hit the UK, and it fucking rocked them.
Well,
Wow.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it comes out that like this stuff happened at a WWE show or something like that, they may have a cause to remove Vince. But even then, if they remove Vince and they place Stephanie in charge, Vince is still in charge. And that's that at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen if it does happen. I mean, who are they going to get?
She's done the
Who-
same thing.
Yeah, who are
Stephanie's
they
done
going to
the
get though? Paul
She fucked an
Heyman,
employee.
Eric Bischoff. I mean, who are they going to get that knows how to run a wrestling company? Because
The
right
thing is-
now, they're outside of WWE. Nobody knows how to because none of them have been successful.
But also the thing is as well, like how many fucking skeletons do you think are in fucking Eric Bischoff's closet? How many skeletons are in Paul Heyman? You know what I mean? People at that level, bro, that have been in the business for that long, they've got a lot of fucking skeletons they're hiding, bro.
Look, like you said in wrestling, what was it? The three things you said: carnies. What else?
Carnies, addicts, and queers.
Addicts and queers, gays. I don't know about the addicts or the gay thing because nobody's. I mean, I've met gay people who are wrestlers, but I mean, not everybody in wrestling is gay. That being said, everybody in wrestling is a carny. Everybody is.
Nature of the business.
It's the nature of the business. And at the end of the day, you know, some of these guys, I mean, case in point, you know, doesn't have the kind, but Marty Skrull. Look at Marty Skrull. Got rocked by a sex with a minor, or, you know, or what would be perceived as a minor in the United States. It wasn't in England. She wasn't. It was legal in England, but he's still the ramifications of it are still, you know, he's dealing with stuff like that. What was the dude that had the and I hate to say it, but the dick spot? What was his that
Joey Ryan.
idiot? Yeah, I he needed to be out of wrestling anyway. But that being said, you know, these guys are all getting caught up, and like you said, it's only a matter of time. But with that kind of money, how many skeletons are buried in the backyard for Vince McMahon? You know what I mean? How many?
Oh, yeah.
How many? Because you got to think there's going to be a lot of them. But are they applicable to his removal from the company? That's
He's
the
been
thing
doing
that's
this since the 80s.
Oh yeah, and this is going to unfold over the next few weeks. There may be some more stuff come out, but we have reached our time limit, so we're going to end the show. But stick around, watch the end credits, and I want the host to stay on. I'm going to remove you as we play the end credits, and then I'll bring you back in. So, on behalf of everybody here, I want to thank you for watching. Invite your friends to join, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the Wide World of Belts. We have over 1,500 members now. So,
wow.
thank you guys. Very happy that we're growing. So come back next week. We'll see what we have for you. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
That's all.